This is nice.
Cool.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to you for the past, hour or so. You guys only have a few minutes.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to talk and go ahead and give us a little bit of an introduction and then let people know who you are, and we'll get right into it.
Nice. So what's up, guys? My name is Sierra Kruder, owner and founder of Mind the Method, and we about to do this interview. It's going to be dope.
There you go. Well, it was definitely nice having you out. A bit of a drive.
Yeah. I was shocked, but I was like, it's really pretty out here. In summertime, everything's green. I was like,
yeah,
this
absolutely.
Is a nice little...
And you're one of the only people from the other outlets in the city, and that says something because I'm working with a lot of the other outlets in the city.
Yeah.
So it's really tough, when it's hard because, I'm 150% in. I don't have any sort of day job. So, what about you? Like, what do you do other than Mind the Method?
I work part-time right now. Part-time at the main library downtown and part-time just freelancing. Freelance, I just do anything from like little promo videos or maybe like a small little photo shoot for people or just kind of random small jobs here and there, but stuff to just kind of pay my rent.
Yeah, absolutely. So who would you say is the team around you? Like, are you the one that are shooting these promos and having these photo shoots and setting up these lighting and making sure the audio is good? And
yeah, I'm pretty much a one-man band right now.
Wow. Well, we're both in the same camp.
Yeah.
And I think that really, says a lot because, the people that come out to the compound are people that are serious. And I think that, there's a lot of disillusion, and that there's not a lot of organization, so in your opinion, coming from, one of your partners that brought you into the industry, how was that first impression for you, meeting all of these artists?
It was definitely a big learning experience because for one, just from a personal level, I'm a very introverted person. So like just kind of getting out of my comfort zone just to even meet new people is just a huge step in general. But then just really learning about how they just go about their whole creative process and how it's like either similar or different to mine and just how they can collaborate with each other or just be solo dolo like I am. Just learning all that in general has just been a really mind-opening experience.
I've always considered myself an introvert inside of an extrovert's body. That it's like I kind of have to force myself. But we've got a Universal music group. Her name's Sammy. And we're talking about the Meek Mill show coming up.
Oh, nice.
But and that's one of the big reasons why I'm contacting you because, the different platforms that I work for, sometimes I don't really have much control.
Right.
And if I don't have control and it's not quality, I'm not going to be able to send it to Sammy.
Right.
And we have, 50 different college representatives all over the country. And, what other companies have reached out to you?
None. I think this is the first. You guys are the first,
Great, absolutely. And that's how I like it. Because it's like at the end of the day, like leadership. Leadership is the most important thing ever. Right? And a humble leader. Someone who doesn't overtly, just like in there, right? Like power. I could sit at the head of the table, but no, instead I sit on the side of the table.
Right.
So it's kind of like a way to have empathy towards people.
Right.
Treat everybody the same.
For sure.
Exactly that. No matter who you're working with. So you have a lot of background in a more traditional sense with going to school for this.
Yeah.
How was that?
So when I first went to school, this wasn't my major. So my major was electronic media.
Okay.
But when I first went to school, I went to school for interior design. So did a little switcheroo like my second year in because I was like, it's either now or never. I don't want to be depressed in interior design, so let's just try to do something that I actually like. So second year, and I switched my major to e-media. Pretty much did the basic introductory classes, then got to know more about cameras and all that because when I first went in, I knew nothing. They taught me everything that I know, that and YouTube.
And I mean, like this is a big point here because what kind of camera are you using?
So I shoot on a Canon T5i.
Wow.
Like the
Okay.
Rebel series.
Let's hear that again.
I shoot Right. I shoot on a Canon T5i, the Rebel series.
Mind the method.
Mind the method.
Mind the method.
Every episode.
You need a T-shirt with that. Or something. Like how it says instead of like I shoot raw, it says I shoot with the T series.
Right.
But you know, and that's really the big reason why you're here. You know, because like I want to be able to put more equipment, you know, under your belt.
Yeah.
You know, that God only knows what you'll be able to do. You know, and so it was a pleasure, you know, having you out here.
Yeah.
Are there any specific things that you guys are working on, more short term or long term? Like,
right now we're finishing up season 2. I got like 4 more episodes with that. But that's pretty much it for a short term. I do have this like kind of event series that I'm trying to start. It's called Act Natural.
Okay. Do you guys have a DJ?
No, I paid a DJ for the one time, but we'll see how.
Okay.
You know,
well, that's what College Beats has. Is DJs on.
I know. I definitely gotta hit you guys up for DJs.
There you go. There you go. DJ Hope or, you know, I'm learning. I mean, you know, this is a public service announcement. DJ Toilet Paper is on the way.
DJ Toilet Paper.
Yep. TP.
Okay. TP.
Yep.
I might have to look that up.
Yep. Well, that's me. Tony Prugel. That's my name.
Yeah.
So I go by TP, that dude TP.
Toilet paper?
Exactly.
Okay.
Kind of like a DJ Khaled, but meets a little Dicky. Like a more weird DJ Khaled, like a Weird Al Yankovic.
I like that. I mess with that.
Because I'm a funny guy. I'm weird. You know, like I could throw on some sort of identity or something, but like a Guy Fieri mask or something, like an anonymous mask or something. I don't know, I'm just making shit up.
Hey, look, DJ TP.
Hey, there you go.
Get on it.
Yeah. So, and it's like, it's so hard because like how I originally got into photography, if you don't mind me telling you.
No, go ahead.
I belonged to a German club, and we had an Oktoberfest, and it was a gentleman that I met in school, and he claimed to be a photographer, and he showed up, you know, an hour late after it was already sundown, and I thought to myself, like, wow, like, if I had my own camera, I could take the photos when I want to.
Right.
And so that is starting to applying to DJs where, you know, the respect level, you know, because a lot of what we do is for free.
Yeah.
You know, and that the moment that someone starts telling you what to do is the moment that you got to take their job.
Right.
Because at a certain point, you know, we all have to have respect for ourselves. You know, so how has that been dealing with artists and getting them to do the shots that, because I'm sure you're shooting like 35 different takes, especially with your lighting situation. Like,
so luckily so far I've been blessed with the artists I've been working with. They're very easy to work with.
Yeah, who have you all been working with?
So far I worked with Grand Ace, Internet Boy, Leo Pastel, Deo Gold, Tribe, Amari Iman, Brooklyn Ray, Jones, Perez. Those are like all the episodes that I released so far.
Yeah.
And so,
Leo and Perez are two people that have been here, but I haven't done anything with yet.
Oh yeah,
you know. So that's part of with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, that it's kind of like, you know, I can only have so many relationships. You know, and like I talked to you about, you know, the dangers as well. That's kind of like I'm almost scared to develop relationships. You know, but like you said, you've had no bad experiences
so far. Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, the only maybe challenges like just time conflicts and just scheduling, but I mean that's just just life.
Well, and that's the only thing that's real tough about the compound is that you know, the distance, but it's free. So it's kind of like, how are you gonna complain?
Yeah.
And Fame and Fonz was also working on a shuttle system. So like, you know, there could be some sort of shuttle system, like a bus, right? But so there's a few ideas, and I know we were talking about mini documentary music series and different things like that, and you wanted to work with Complex and like going into the job market. Like, how was that?
It was interesting because honestly, I was only there for like 5 minutes. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it myself. But it was interesting because it was like they're looking for someone with like years of experience, which technically I don't have, but deep down I know I can produce what they're looking for. So it's just like,
but now that you've produced it, now you have something to show them.
Exactly.
So it's like, that's partly what we need to do is develop this portfolio of a whole bunch of different brands, approach them, get an offer, and then be like, fuck you, we're doing our own thing. And then just like, you know, go that route.
Exactly. So
yeah. Absolutely. So as far as long-term vision, you talked about working, you know, doing these, you know, these smaller events, and Like, what would you say as far as like something that's attainable but long term, and then what would be something that, you know, is just unattainable?
Obtainable
that you would like to do.
Right, obtainable long term. I know I could get my hands on producing or directing a feature-length documentary.
Sure.
Probably something music related.
Yeah.
Unobtainable, I don't really know. I always had this idea to like kind of like just buy like property somewhere and just make a creative space studio. But
okay, so you have arrived.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
like,
dreams are coming. I'm the what would be a good title? I'm the dream whisperer.
Yes.
Or the but it's like, and that's what I like providing. You know, and it's like all these people are sleeping.
Right.
You know, and it's tough because they've all got all these other platforms. They're just running through licks. You know, all I see is just lick.
Right.
There's no relationships. There's no conversation. There's no realness.
There's no like building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just fake. It's, hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? And there's no product. There's no money. You know, I mean, we worked with Monty on the Cincy Secret show. Free show. We probably spent $3,000. Nothing.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like, all right, you know, with the Wiz, you know, Freestyle Friday, 30 weeks, we had to pay for our own parking. $5 times 5 people times 30 weeks.
Yeah.
Do the math.
You're right.
Just think about gas.
Right.
Right. I'm coming from 45 minutes away. That's $10
Right.
times 30.
Right.
That's, you know, I'm talking about $2,000-$3,000 to produce somebody else's show.
Right.
You know, and personalities, they all want it to be about themselves. You know, I was trying to do a Breakfast Club type of thing. Like, I don't know if you know who Tropicana is.
Yeah.
Or Ebony J and Nella D.
Yeah.
That if I could have had, you know, a couple of women, you know, on the Freestyle Friday do interviews or different things, they didn't want to do it. Wanted to be all by himself. You know, so it's like at a certain point, you know, if we're not growing and we're not getting paid,
right.
this isn't my job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not getting paid from the Wiz.
Yeah.
You know, in that I approach them from the standpoint of, you know, potentially getting a job at the Wiz. So, I mean, that's something else to suggest to you, that maybe if they won't give the opportunity to me, they'll maybe give the opportunity to you. But so that's my perspective, at least. But you've not had much of experience with other outlets and stuff.
No,
so,
I haven't.
So I'm glad that you're talking to me because
this is all like new.
you don't want to complain, right? But at the same time, like, if you fail often and fail fast.
Right.
You know, in that, like I've been saying, that I've really been developing a lot of experience, and you're probably maybe a year in now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, you know, so around the, you know, 1 year mark, like, we went from 0 to Post Malone within 1 year.
Oh,
right.
wow.
And so from that point, my partner actually bought in, and then, you know, we got all this equipment.
Right.
So it was kind of like all on my ADD, all on my laptop, you know, made it all happen.
Right.
But from that standpoint, it was depressing.
Yeah.
You know, because I went from Post Malone to dropping the ball on Post Malone. You know, because in the industry, the higher that you get, the more extortion that there is.
Oh, okay.
That, oh, well, you're paying Post Malone $60,000. Well, you know what you can do? Oh, you can pay my other artist $2,000 to fly her out, can't you? So, like, my partner just wasn't comfortable with that type of tactics. Like, we were cool paying Post 60, but wait, you're trying to take $2,000 for an artist that we don't even want?
Right.
So it's kind of like, for me, I would have pulled the trigger on it, but it's not my money. You know, so, and I mean, and you guys haven't dealt with investors, like, legally.
No.
Like, so, I mean, if anybody.
We knew.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, and I think, I'm trying to think, is there any questions that you have for me? Because I've just been kind of rambling, and
No,
I'll
it's
probably
okay.
cut out most of
Like,
this.
What is your short-term goal? Like, I heard a lot of long-term, but what is your short-term goals?
I don't.
You just don't do
I
short-term?
don't. No.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Dang,
I mean, I can
need-
make something up. You want me to make something up?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, we
wanna
can go over
see.
my schedule. Well, I would say Coney Island.
Okay.
That Coney Island is a goal of mine.
Okay.
iHeartRadio is a goal of mine. Okay.
Wait, what's with iHeartRadio?
Day of Gold.
Oh,
We want to do a soap opera
really?
with you guys helping produce it.
Oh, shoot.
There you go.
Hey.
Black Sun
Day-O.
on Tuesday. Live Loud concerts. Talking to their marketing director. He deals a lot more country music. What else? I got a not a personal assistant, but a manager type guy. He runs payroll for UPS up in Columbus, so he's going to be helping me out, and his wife is their marketing director. Because as you can tell, I have so much going on. So like I have to download my brain. So it's like that's something you could help me out with is like organizing my brain. But DJ Bandcamp, DJ Primetime, I need to get them locked in. Just cashed out a bunch on crypto, so I just bought a ton of gear. Got a hot tub coming tomorrow. So we'll be doing a hot tub concept as well if you guys want to help produce that. I'm serious. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, an indoor inflatable hot tub that will be able to mobilely move.
Oh, shoot. Like, does that have, like, wheels on it?
Well, we could make them.
How do you move it if it don't have the wheels already?
Take out the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That went over my head.
It's all good. Well, everybody's getting mobile hot tubs nowadays. But what I'm thinking is for the concert at Coney Island, I want to have the hot tub on the stage, like for the VIPs and stuff. So we could stay warm, like while we're chilling,
Right.
Because Kevin Hart has that ice concept, right, where he's in the ice bath.
No, actually, no. I think I saw that.
Yeah, so it's like that for the hot tub. I've already had Devin Burgess over to my business consultant's house, but have you seen Jamie Shea's music video at that pool house?
I have not.
Okay, that's my family friend. Jamie Shea?
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, Jamie Shea?
Do
you not know Jamie Shea? Oh, wow. Okay, so she was the cover of Double Sun. Wow, so I've got a lot of knowledge to
for sure,
yeah, because it's like I'm kind of like burnt out on hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, how many more seasons? How many more episodes do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep. As long as I still like doing it, and as long as it's still well received in the community.
Okay.
Honestly, like.
Are you sure? I can list like 40 people for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got you on Thursday. That's where we're at. I've got an artist with like $100 a week budget coming in Friday. Last night I worked with Casey Ruski. I don't know if you know him. He's from Hamilton. He's works with Little Baby. Little Baby's videographers and photographers. I've learned a lot.
Okay.
So he has a song with Little Baby.
Right.
Lunar Thought is bringing over Casual Crooks. Do you know who Casual Crooks is?
No.
So they're from Middletown.
Okay.
And so that group is coming over. They do vlogs, go to LA. Do you know who Lunar Thought is?
No.
He's an animator. So he's the one that inspired me to build the room in the back. And so he'll do about $300 for a 1-minute animation up to $1,500. So he's another super dope animator. And what I see it is if we were to create movies or series, we need some like weird hip hop animations casually, but like sensible,
right?
Not like, oh wow, that's like too wild, like that doesn't make sense. But like those cuts where you can like cut out a window and then transition through it and stuff. Like, what if that was incorporated into like an actual movie style thing?
Right.
Alan for president, Perez, Leo, those people, I got the hot tub coming. I have another artist that I don't know, but one of my partners knows. So it's kind of a, what would you want to call that? When you have an interview with a friend of a business partner that you don't know? Business. And we've also got down on the riverfront Tin Roof. So that's like a DJ battle every Sunday. So if you guys want to come to that as well, I'll be producing that. I could use help too because we're going to be working with Jay Sal. He has a $100 a week budget. And also we get commission for selling his clothing. That's the Rose.
Yeah.
So that's somebody else that we could obviously talk about because that would be money.
Right.
Because I don't want to make the money, right? I just want to be like, okay, I got the job. Okay, you guys are doing a good job. Okay, cool. We'll see you. Here's all my equipment. Like, good luck. Drop it off later. And then, like I said, I've got the DJ mixer that I'm playing around with and fooling around with. And we've got the donuts live July 11th at Top Cats.
Yep.
So that's something else that you guys could probably help us produce as well. Just kind of be like another grip and somebody to defend my honor. That's what I need. Like, you know. Yeah, no comment. But it's tough though, because it's hard to shoot 4K when your computer can't handle it.
Yeah,
you know, and
sure.
that like that's something else that a lot of people can understand, that like their stuff is so dope because their file sizes are so small that it's like that's
Tiny.
like a secret.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously I could create a proxy and stuff and then like, you know, proxy it, but
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing there. I've heard about it, but I've like researched it 3 times, but I've never pulled the trigger on like my media encoder hasn't worked for like a year and a half. So like I don't even know how to use a media encoder.
Right.
Then we're thinking next July, College Beats Fest in the Midwest.
Okay.
That's pretty low key. We have an artist coming in from Vegas who plays the Santor.
Okay.
He's Middle Eastern, one of my best friends.
Nice.
And that's who I played for Post Malone.
Right.
You know, that I am a hoarder of weird sounds. Because like when you meet one of these big artists, they hear the same shit every day.
Right.
So like I want to play something weird for them.
Right.
You know, and it's hip hop, it's
course.
Middle Eastern, it's something, you know, I love Keon. You know, that his girlfriend's real dope. She works for the airlines. So she's putting him on as his as her husband.
Okay.
So we're gonna be getting tickets. We're doing a Euro tour 2020, hopefully, as long as everything checks out.
Nice.
Because I have family over there. So what I wanted to do was do a vlog of the trip, right? And I don't know if you want to produce it, but we get free plane tickets and we get to go to Europe.
Right.
But I have family with access to, what would I call them? I don't want to say like German mansions and stuff, but it's basically a German mansion.
Right.
And they have like rooms in there with like rare minerals that he's like found all over the world.
Really?
Like giant geodes and like 4-foot tall amethyst rocks and stuff.
Shit.
So like I want to like get some like really high quality footage of kind of like when I was 10 years old, he told me that if I could return and lift up, like there was like a amethyst, like a 4-foot amethyst fountain.
Yeah.
That like had a fountain inside of the rock with like purple, like purple rocks and stuff.
Right.
And he said, well, if you come back and you can pick it up, you can have it. So like that is the vlog, like going to Europe, getting this giant rock, and then how are we gonna ship it back?
Yeah.
So like I've got family with like a boat down in Florida that go up to Alaska. So like I don't know if we could charter a boat somehow. Like who would they know? But it's like some like boat journey across like the ocean to go get some rock. you know, and then Keon would obviously bring his Santor. He'd play in the countryside. He'd play here. He'd play there. That we have German clubs in the country as well.
Right.
But so that's kind of more so like a personal project of mine.
Right.
You know, go see some family.
Yeah.
And he also has like train sets as well, like super high-end train sets.
Really?
So if we wanted to make like a movie miniature version and then do green screen and then do that too, like do green screen here, take hella high, take like insane amount of stock footage, right, and then just like build the scenes based on like what type of stock footage we get.
Right. Those are some nice ideas.
Absolutely. So, you know, where can people find you?
They can find me at the website, mindthemethod.net. They can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I always say this wrong. It's _ mind the M. Mind the M. I just want to say mind them because that's what it looks like.
Why? Because you just couldn't get the username?
I just couldn't get the whole thing. And I was like, I kind of like.
You should try like Mind the Method Official. Or Mind the Method Brand, or Mind the Method Media, or Mind the Method Productions, or
see, I didn't want to call it productions yet, because I just didn't know what I was
Mind the Method Studio,
right?
Mind the Method, you know, some sort of you know, 01. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought about that, but then I kind of like Mind the M. It's like nice and short, and then it's like a nice little why Mind the M, and I could just talk about all the ideas that just didn't come to my brain.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure to have you out, and
of course, thank you so
I know
much
you'll be back as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure talking to you too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Stay beautiful.
Nice.